Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining my channel. My name is Rocky, and if you're new, this is where we talk about fashion, lifestyle right here in my city of Chicago, and typically just a little bit of beauty. But guess what? Today's video is all about beauty. Let's get right into it. So I'm trying to see where I want to start. I'm going to start with, here's where I'll start. I'll start with fragrance. And there's a little bit of there's a story with everything. I always have a story. I purchased this fragrance as I guess maybe from a recommendation from another fragrance influencer, the Perfume guy. And he was talking about where you can get really good discounts on fragrances that are really good, blah, blah, blah. So this brand, Orlov, or by Orlov or Orlov, is on Jomashop for a really deep discount. Like, these are normally anywhere from $140 to nearly $300 a bottle, and they're going between $20 and $50 right now. So most of them are going between $20 and $50. So check those out if you are interested after I review this. So he, I think, was basically recommending this off of the original formulation of this fragrance line, but they have since been purchased by some big conglomerate, and he thinks they might have been reformulated. So based on the notes, I went on and just checked all of their fragrances, and based on the notes, I picked out 3. This one I have in my hand is called Hope. The other 2 were supposed to be sent. I ordered these on February 23rd. Today is April 12th. And they were supposed to be sent right away. Then they changed it to 2 to 4 weeks. And then today I'm still waiting. And they contacted me proactively. I didn't reach out. They proactively let me know that they were running behind. Thank you for my patience, blah, blah, blah. But still no ETA on when I get the fragrances. I wanted to wait until I had all 3 so I can talk about all 3 with you. But I figure most likely that order will end up being canceled. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So this is the packaging, very clean, minimal packaging. And this one, I don't remember the notes offhand, so maybe if I have the wherewithal, I'll put some of the key notes on the screen as we're talking. Okay, I think this is poorly designed. It's kind of like it will rip easily just because of how it's tucked and all of that. But anyway, very, very simple, cheap packaging. It reminds me of Zara's packaging for their fragrances. The bottle is pretty cute. Looks like, you know, a diamond or what. Oh, actually, it has a little diamond logo here, and the bottle itself kind of looks like a diamond. The lid looks like a diamond. The top is pretty heavy, but is not magnetic. So let's see what this smells like. I'm gonna spray it on the box because it's a bit porous. Let's see what we get. It's a nice, safe fragrance. I would say work, gym, just everyday church, you know, totally wear that. I'm getting some florals. I'm getting some light citrusy, is very light citrusy kind of touch to it. Green. There's some greenness in here, like a vetiver or something like that type of a touch. I honestly don't know what the notes. It's been so long since I purchased this. Obviously, it's been like almost 2 months, but it's actually really nice. It's mass appealing. It's unisex. I think this is something that's worth the $30 that I purchased this for. I'm excited to see what the other 2 bring. I'm just, you know, like I said, I'll take a risk on something that's like $30, but I'm not taking a risk on something anymore that's like 100 or more. I usually try not to risk it, but this is actually really nice. I think so the way that I really pressure test my fragrances is I do wear them to the gym. That's where your body heats up the most, putting it through the ringer, and just see how it projects off your skin. If it's going to turn bad at the gym is where it's going to do its damage. So I definitely pressure test these at the gym, and so we'll see how that works out tomorrow when I go to the gym. So now moving on, I went to Marty.com. I told you about Marty.com before, where you kind of get like overstock overstock things and bespoke kind of things. They're very good about vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, plant-based, sugar-free type things. They got a lot of those type of things, but they also get like overstock things like they had some Byredo fragrances. I think Byredo was maybe changing the packaging or something. I have no idea why they had it, but they have different things like that. Like, that's the instance. Or a store that may have carried them and have gone out of business, and then they, you know, they get the overstock, whatever. So anyway, I purchased quite a few things from Marty, and this is not the first time that I've purchased from Marty, so I'll share what I got. I've never heard of this brand called Good Light, but based on the original price, it seemed like I was getting a deal. I got 2 lip products. This one says A Taste of Space Lip Milk. It's a creamy, quick absorbing lip milk that hydrates, smooths, and nourishes with a delicious raspberry flavor inspired by the center of the galaxy, whatever that means. I already have something on my lips, y'all, so we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to rip this packaging open, which is fine. Let me see if I can wipe this off. All right, we have a clean palette. I like this packaging, very clean, minimal packaging. Oh, very nice on the hands, very easy to grip and use. The wand is very cute. I don't know if this is, you know what? This is the wand. The formulation is very like creamy like a milk. I don't know if you can see that. It's white like a milk. Let's see how it goes on. It's white like milk. Oh, it's very, tastes good. It's watery. It's very watery. It's literally like a water. And it's cold. And I didn't have it in the refrigerator. For some reason, this is cold. So maybe that's why I like the center of the galaxy. It really feels like how your lips feel when it gets water on it. But the water is not absorbing. It's literally just like sitting on my lips as if I have, it literally feels like I have water on my lips. Which is interesting because having watered lips looks nice. And you all let me know how it's looking on camera. But I've never had water not absorb and go away. This is interesting. I like it. I like it. But we're going to cleanse the palette and try the other one. All right, this other one is a glazed orbit lip oil. And I really like lip oils. I've been using Dior lip glow oil for a few years now. But it costs like $40 a tube. So I've been on the hunt for a replacement for the longest, and I just haven't been able to find something that competes. Actually, I have been able to find something that's pretty good, and I'll tell you about it another time. I got it from Nordstrom Rack by chance, but let's see how this one goes. I didn't show you the wand. It's very thick and furry, short body. And smells really nice. No, light sweet taste to it. A little bit goes a long way. So I just I didn't even have to go a second pass, and it looks good. It looks a lot like the Dior lip glow oil. So we're going to continue the video. Let's see if this absorbs and dries down by the time I'm done talking on this video. But I think, let me see. It's a little tingly. Is this supposed to plump my lips? It's a little tingly. What are you doing? I feel a little tingle. I'm gonna have to look this up afterwards to let you know, but it's a little tingly. It's not annoying tingle, but I don't experience tingles with lip products usually, so I don't know what it's trying to do. But you let me know if my lips look all plumped and juicy and, you know, all the things by the end of this video. Maybe that's what this is doing. So anyway, I move on. The other thing that I got from Marty.com was a candle from Good Chemistry. Again, not familiar with this brand either, but the original price on this candle was, I forget how much, and I forget how much I paid, but it had to be cheap enough to make me want to buy it. So this one, it's a biodegradable vegan plant-based candle. The smell says salt and soothe. It says poured in the USA, globally sourced components. I don't know what the wax is made of. Oh, soy. It's a soy wax candle. So usually I look for, and I just couldn't remember, but I usually get soy or coconut oil wax candles. And now I'm not even burning my candles anymore. I'm using a lamp to heat my candles to keep them forever. So I'm really excited that I was introduced to the candle lamp. It just opened up a whole new world for me. So thanks again to my brother for that gift. That was an amazing idea, and I've since purchased another one so I can have more than one in my house, all the things. But nonetheless, so this one smells really nice. It's clean formula to create a positive reaction. We'll see. I'll have to come back to you and let you know how it smells, how it burns, or how it melts, I guess. And was this a good purchase? The next thing I got, these next three things are from Amazon.com, not from Marty. And this is, I believe this is from Amazon. So it's an OPI drying polish. So I have a product called Sèche Vite, which means dry fast. And it's supposed to take about 60 seconds or so to dry your polish. But it, not quite. I mean, but it also adds a nice little shine. These are lacquer drying drops, and is wet to set in 60 seconds. I've just heard rave reviews about this. So I do want to try it. It comes with this little dropper. Things don't want to focus. You know what? I remember when early in my YouTube watching days, I would see influencers put their hand behind stuff, and I was just like, is that a cool thing to do? So finally I realized it's to get things to focus. I'm like, this is so weird that they all do it. So here I am, fast forward how many ever years, and I'm also doing the hand thing. But yeah, so I'm super excited to try this. I'll circle back to let you know what I think, but this is, oh my gosh, so adorable. If my friend Shonda was watching this, she'd love this tiny ass dropper. But as usual, I'll circle back and let you know what I think. That's what I do with all the products. Before I crown it and bless it, I gotta try it first and let you know. So all of these things. My lips are still a little tingly. All right, I move on. The next thing I got from Amazon was based on, I was influenced to buy this. As you all know, or I've told you before and you may not remember, my hair is going through some stuff right now. I had low iron, didn't know it, and my hair started to fall out really badly. So I'm on this journey to get my hair to grow back. I'm probably gonna have to do a really big chop to get rid of the parts that broke and fell out and all that stuff and get things growing back evenly and thick and healthy. So stay tuned. At some point you might see me with a little fro, which is neither here nor there because I always wear it in a ponytail anyway. So anyway, somebody said that this worked really well for them. This is something that you use in the shower, but it is Dr. Groot's Scalp Revitalizing Solution. It has arginine, niacinamide, and I mispronounced this on a video that I recently did. I said niaminoside, is niacinamide, salicylic acid. It instantly soothes from root to tip, and your hair is 89% smoother in just a matter of 5 seconds. So I did try this already, full transparency, in my hair washing routine. This doesn't want to, there it is, it's focusing. I tried it in my hair washing routine. The verdict is still out. I'm still not comfortable with how I'm supposed to use it and all this. So I'm going to try it again and let you know, but I'm trying everything to make sure that my hair, I can tell already that it is working. It is thicker here at the roots and fuller and stuff here at the roots, but it's just the ends that incurred the damage that's still going through some things. So I'm going to probably just chop it off and just start over. But I'm trying everything. I'm doing my vitamins. I'm doing my iron. I'm oiling my scalp, buying things like this. So we'll see how this is by the end of summer. Let's see how luscious my hair is. All right. The next thing I got from Amazon, I haven't opened yet. It's ammonium lactate lotion or moisturizing lotion. Let's open it together. I got this because I watched a dermatologist on YouTube talk about the things that actually work on your skin. She talked about how people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on skincare, and she gave the list of the 5 or 10 or 6 things. It was just a small number of things that actually work, and they're not necessarily things that break the bank. And this was one of them. If you're looking for ways to properly moisturize your skin, she said this was a great moisturizing lotion. And then slugging with Vaseline, actually, she said, doesn't break you out, all the different things. So if you're looking to do something overnight or like that, I don't trust. My skin is very particular, to say the least. So I'm not slugging with Vaseline, but I think I can try this lotion, and I will keep you all abreast of, how this works out. Particularly this 12, she said at least 12% would be what you want to try. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. She said this hydrates, softens, and exfoliates dry skin, rough skin. This skin smoothing lotion is specifically formulated with 12% lactic acid neutralized with ammonium hydroxide for a pH of 4.5 to 5.5. Lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid and a natural humectant for the skin. So we'll see how this works. I am close to, I'm trying to think, am I close to the end of the Aveda lotion that I have? But I'll probably ask chat, how do I layer this into my routine as it stands, and chat will help me out. Anyway, I move on. The next things I want to are follow up, because I hauled these recently when I went to New York to some Korean beauty place, and I just felt inspired by the atmosphere and the environment. Everybody was frenzied and buying Korean beauty products. I felt like I needed to buy it too. So I went in, blindly and purchased some things because it was very crowded. I didn't have time to research. I just know what I'm trying to accomplish with my skin, and I do know a little bit about certain ingredients. So I picked something that was a collagen product, a snail mucin and ginseng product, and one that is a niacinamide product. And I have put these into my routine already, and they work wonders. When I tell you, when I take this mask off, this Lacto is the brand, is a collagen wrapping mask. When I take this off, when I tell you my skin is looking like a newborn child, it's looking like a newborn child. So this one is good. This one is great too for my routine. It's definitely, just upon the first use, I'm seeing a difference with this product. And then this one is the niacinamide. And then the snail mucin ginseng one, I use this on my recovery / hydration night. So every night of my routine is something different. And then every 2 weeks I do a spa facial, which it uses a whole myriad of products. It takes about an hour and a half to go from start to finish with this whole process. But anyway, I digress. On the recovery night of my daily routine, I use this. And when I tell you it's hydrating and it stays hydrated, like from at minimum 24 hours, I'm going to feel the plumpness and hydration from this product. I would recommend all three. Now, what I haven't done yet is to see where or how to get replacements once these are done. I think these will last a really long time. You use so little of it. It's literally like a few drops of this that you use. Literally every time you use it, I would say all three of them, maybe 4 to 5 drops of the product when you're using it. So I think they will last me a long time, but still I need to be prepared for when they do go empty, because these are really, really good. And the last thing I want to share with you is something that's super adorable. If I had to guess where this came from, I'm going to say Temu, because my brother gave it to me and he is a Temu fan. I wrote off Temu a long time ago. I gave them multiple chances. I think I gave them 3 chances, and Temu just ain't it for me. But it was so funny that he said, hey, I know you're into brooches and pins. I picked up one that I thought was really, that you would really like. And this is the one. It says, sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to come. And I laughed at this when I saw this, because I actually have a t-shirt that says this very same thing. You all know I love my graphic tees. I love my brooches. There's so many things that I like. If you're looking to give me a gift, there's so many options, you all. And if you can't figure it out, candy never hurts. But nonetheless, I have this very same t-shirt already, and I sent him a picture of that t-shirt, like, hey, huh. So I thought that was pretty cool, and this is cute. So I'm gonna put this on a jacket or a sweater or something like that. That's usually how I kind of get all of my pins and brooches in rotation. So that brings me to the end. I feel like I rambled way too much on this video. I'm gonna find a way to shorten this, but I think I talked for like a good half hour. So tell me what you thought of this video. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these products. I'm happy to answer, and I'll try to link as much as I can down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.
Rocky, she's just a fashion girl from Chicago. Rocky, she's just a fashion girl from Chicago.